Okay, so here is the Catwoman Arkham Knight figure. It just came out a little while ago, and this is a nice packaging. I actually like this. I actually like this box. Usually, like the Marvel Legends boxes, I just kind of tear those open without really questioning it and throw them away. But this is nice. You got this 3D grid mesh of her. And on the back are the other characters that just came out. Nightwing was totally sold out. I couldn't find him. And the name on the side of the box. I actually think this is nice. Like if you were going to keep your figure mint in box and just keep it in the package, you could just put this on the wall, and I think you'd be pretty happy with that. So right in here, you can see this like horrible chunk of flesh missing from her thigh. And then you just take the peg of the whip and you put that in there, and then she's got the whip at her side. And I really like that they did this. This is a nice little touch. The only thing is I kind of wish it was a little bit higher up on the hip, because I feel like that's where it is in the game. I don't think it's just part of her leg. But it is a nice feature in case you just wanted to have her like claws out. But Catwoman always has her whip. So that's pretty nice. And you can see it's still detailed, nice and braided. Yeah. It looks like it can't unfurl or anything, but it looks like if it did, it is about the length of the other whip that she comes with. All right, so here's her whip. It is a nice bendy material. It's nice and braided. It's just all one rubbery piece. It fits in her hand fairly well, but it's not like an exact fit. Like, we get her, right? Like you can get it in there. Another piece of black paint up there. So it fits in there nice, but it is a little loose. But it won't fall out or anything like that. So you can still, I don't know. The old Kenner Catwoman from Batman Returns had the little whip slapping action. I don't know. So here are her fists that she comes with. Just two closed punching fists. Again, nice detail. They painted her claws and her knuckles. So she got that. I really had a tough time getting her hands in and out. Specifically, this hand. This is her left hand that's made to hold the whip. But those claws, man. These claws are sharp. And they do hurt when you poke them. When you're pulling on them, you know. And you get your thumb like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I got hurt. And then of course she has her other open claw and her cat scratchy hand as well. Nice work all around. That's it. I kind of wish she would have came with like another head, like a swappable head. But that's it. Those are her accessories. Okay, so here's Catwoman out of the package. Right away, I think this is a really nice figure. I really like all the detail in her. She's a little hard to pose. She's standing up right now, but she's got high heels, so you can get her to stand if you give her like a wide stance, but if you bump your shelf, she's gonna fall over, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now you can see there's a lot of really good detail in the face. Very nice work. on the lips and the lipstick, the eyes, everything comes out looking really, really nice. Even her collar, you know, it's like it's painted silver and red. It's got all that stuff going on. Turn her around. You know, so if you played the game, you know that that's a collar that the Riddler put on her. So I think all that came out really well. Additionally, let's go ahead and get her whip out of here. In her costume, she's got, you see, she's got like this kind of material here. I'm like rubbing her thighs. She's got this sort of material, you know, and then obviously on the thigh, she's got this. It's a different kind of paint, a different kind of plastic, so it's shinier to really look like the leather. All the paint, you know, applications for the belt buckles and all that stuff, and on the back even. She's got all that going on. Her kind of a flat ass for a Catwoman, but even the boots, man, look at these boots. All the laces are sculpted in nicely, and then like the little loops where the laces connect, that's all painted. Again, these high heels make it really difficult for her to stand up. And even look here, her claws, those are nice and painted, and these are pretty sharp. These are pretty tough. Trying to pull out her claws, I actually did hurt myself. So this Catwoman has already drawn blood. Very nice. And her cute little ears. Okay. So as far as articulation goes, let's try and see. Here. Okay, so she can move left and right pretty decently. She can't really look down, and she can't really look up. Her hair in the back, her hair hits the collar, so you won't get a lot of that. But you still can get her to, you know, make some nice poses looking at her claws. So she's got that. For her arm joint, you know, it's just kind of like standard. The joints are a little stiff. I don't know. She can kind of get her arm up. You know, it's okay. No bicep swivel, which is too bad. I really wish she had that. At the very least, you know, with like a Marvel Legends, if they don't have a bicep swivel, they'll have a swivel here at their elbow. She doesn't have that at all. So just single jointed elbow on top of all of that. And then her wrist, she does have the wrist rotation, and it does have a hinge. So she's got that. Then she's got this diaphragm joint. It is it barely goes up, and it really barely crunches at all. Really, it's just more there to like swivel, just a turn, because she does not have a waist swivel. Her waist is completely flat. Actually, it's kind of weird to me how flat. Like, look how straight and flat that is. Like, no one's body is like that. So I don't know. I kind of wish, not that I want her to have like some little pouch, but you know what I mean, like some ab definition or something. Anyways, then for her legs don't move forward very much. In fact, not really at all. They're also kind of wobbly. Kind of shaky legs. They don't move forward very much, and they don't move back very much. Like, it's barely happening there. She does have a hip swivel. Let me tell you, the joints on her legs are really stiff. She has a double jointed knee. Oh gosh, yeah. So really, really, really stiff. Also, I don't know if you can see this little piece of black paint right there. Yeah, lots of little pieces of black paint have been coming off, messing with this figure. So she has that. I can move this one a little better. but I can't move this top part. I've been trying. I need to heat it up or something. And then for her feet, they're really stiff. Trust me, they do go up. Okay, like that's where her boot is naturally, and then that's like all the way down. So she does have an ankle pivot, but it kind of pivots at an angle. Like I don't know if you can see that. It kind of pivots at an angle, I guess because of the high heels. So it doesn't swivel the way you think it will. I don't know. Other than that though, I think she is pretty cool. I really do like this Catwoman. If you've seen the other Batman Arkham Catwomen, they were like hideous monsters. Uh, this Catwoman actually looks pretty cool. I don't know. Not bad. I mean, that face is really well. I guess that doesn't look exactly like her in the video game, but it's still pretty cool. So if you lean her against something, then she can kind of stand. I don't know. She's gonna have to be at the back of the shelf or something, unless you can figure out some sort of way to get her. I wish the articulation was a little bit. I wish it was a bit more flexible. If only because just because you can't put her in those kind of like slinky like cat poses. Anyone who has a cat knows that your cats are basically liquid. And it's the same thing that the same problem I have with like Spider-Man figures. I really wish that you could. I wish they were, I don't know, a bit more flexible. And that you want to put them in all those kind of buggy, like Todd McFarlane poses, and you can't. And so the same thing goes for Catwoman. You can't have some kind of crouching pose or some sort of crawling pose or anything like that. You know. But other than that, I still think that this is a really nice figure. And if you happen to see it, I would say totally get it. It's the best Arkham Catwoman figure in my opinion. That's for sure. I don't think there's a lot of Catwoman figures, but like this is definitely one of my favorites. I'm really happy to have snagged this during the Black Friday rush, and no one beat me to it because a lot of detail, a lot of work. Really nice.